Cordova. So we're going to learn how to use Cordova to make an app for Android. To get started, the first thing you need to do is install node.js. Once you have it installed, you need to open your command prompt as an administrator and type the following command. This command will install Cordova on your computer. Once you have Cordova installed, we need to create a project. So to create a project, we simply need to do the following. First of all, you need to navigate to the directory where you want to install the project. So in my case, I'm going to a directory in C drive called Cordova. Now to create a Cordova project, you need to type the following. Cordova create the name of your project. I'm going to name it, for example, YouTube video, and then the bundle name, which could be anything, com.youtube.videos, and then a small alias. So we can give it an alias, YouTube alias. So once we have this, hit enter. That's it, our project is created. Now if I go back to my C Cordova, you should see the folder called YouTube. In this folder, as you can see, there is a basic www folder and platform folder. It's empty right now. So next thing that you want to do is you want to go into your YouTube folder and you need to install Android stuff. To install Android stuff, that is pretty easy. All you have to do is type in Cordova platform add Android and hit enter. Again, it will use the same I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. It's supposed to be Cordova platform add Android. I think it's case sensitive. It will download all the files for you, so you don't have to grab those files one by one, and then that's why we installed and downloaded node.js. After it's done installing, I want to show you what exactly it did. So basically, if you go back to Cordova and YouTube, www directory is where you will be doing the development. Index.html is the important file. Make sure you have this file name exactly like this, and this should be the starting point for your application. And this is how Cordova detects where exactly your application starting point is. Now we added Android to it. If I double click on platforms, you will see Android directory is created. So when we publish our app or build the app, Cordova will pick up this directory and deploy it to your Android device. Now after you have this, let's say now I'm working on my website, I go back to index.html and I want to make some changes to it. Once I'm done, you need to build your project. To build your project, it's a very simple command. On Cordova website, you have to say Cordova build Android. Now this will create a build for you. Basically, it will create a APK file for you. Now you can take this APK file and you can copy it on your Android device via USB, by emailing it to your device or external hard drive. Whatever way is easier for you, you can grab that APK and put it on your phone and you can test it. You can even use an emulator if you want, but I'm not really going to get into the details for emulator, because for emulator you have to download AVD manager and set up an emulator and things like that. And let's just keep it simple. After this building process is done, I will just want to show you where exactly the file is, which you can take to your emulator. Let's just look at this file. See if I can open it with Visual Studio. still building. First time it takes some time for building, and then next time you try to build, it will build pretty fast for you. As you can see, it is 75%. Basically, what I wanted to show us, you need to include this file within your project. Now this file, I understand it doesn't need to be within your project, that's okay, but you do have to have this file in your index.html. So there are two requirements for Cordova. The first requirement is you need to have index.html, and second one is you need to have this JavaScript file somewhere in your index.html. If you do not include this, you will run into a problem. You don't have to have Cordova.js file physically in your project. Okay, build is completed. Now let me show you where exactly this file is. If I go to YouTube video, if I go to platforms, Android, build, outputs, and APK, and now this is the file android-debug.apk. You can copy to your Android device and you can play around with it and make more changes and put it back on your phone and things like that. Now this is debug. To create a release version, all you have to do is just add release flag and it will create a release version for you. In the next video, I will show you how to sign your APKs so you can deploy them to Android Play Store. Thank you for watching.